Welcome back to our coverage of the Dream Nations Cup here from the American Dream Mall. We have our second of two men's division semifinal games. And it comes between Team Indigenous and Team Armenia. Will Wiggleman back here with you. A short-handed Team Indigenous, from what I've been told, is going to be on the ice after finishing atop the men's Division 1. And Team Armenia still with that big full bench. See if they can take advantage of the situation. These teams tied 6-6 yesterday. And the final day of the round robin, a game that got very testy and was probably one of the best games of this tournament so far. We will pause now for both sides' national anthems and then get to the action with the winner taking on Team Central America in the gold medal game tomorrow, and the loser facing off against Team Egypt in the bronze medal game that will be coming up later tonight. And those are the anthems ahead of this afternoon's game between Team Indigenous and Team Armenia. Take a look at the goaltenders. Of course, it will be Tommy Mount back between the pipes for Team Indigenous. He's played every minute for the team as the only goaltender on the roster. 104 saves over the 3 games in the round robin. On the other side, the Kreker Haratunian, who started the game against Team Puerto Rico, a 4-2 loss. He gave up 3 goals on 36 shots in that one. He did not play last night. That was Daniel Karabakh Hussian, who got the start in that tie against Team Indigenous as we are underway in this one. And the winner moves on to the final, take on the winner of our last game, which is Team Central America, and then the loser will face Team Egypt for the bronze. Right goal Davis, top player for this Indigenous squad. He's the team with 5 assists and 9 points, tied for the team lead. with 4 goals. This one dangled in by Armenia. A save made by Mount, kicking up that left pad. Ukrainian on goal, and Mount another save. Fuller off to Davis on the left wing side. Reichel Davis all the way around. Takes an Armenian player into the boards. Aratunyan trying to get back after it. Ukrainian the first one there towards the net. Comes all the way back through. Davis and Manukyan took each other down. Kalechian across to Ukrainian. Aratunyan stepped in, but offside at the line are the Armenians. Early stages of this one between Team Armenia and Team Indigenous. Again, the best game of the tournament was yesterday between these two teams. Back and forth. Artur Aloyan had a hat trick and an assist, including the game-tying goal in the final minute. Ended at 6-6 as Aratunyan scores! Armenia on the board early. Artashis Aratunyan. That's the first tally of the game and his first tally of this tournament. So the Armenian fans in attendance cheering. Their team takes an early lead. With Mika Kalechian, the assist on that goal. Indigenous looking for a response. Daniel Testa up the right wing side. He works in on his backhand, couldn't center. Matson, turnaround try. That didn't get all the way through to Aratunyan. It's all the way down for an icing against Team Armenia. Stepping out onto the ice for the first time in this game, Ryan Davis, the 47-year-old, who accrued 4 minor penalties during the game yesterday, and that meant that he was asked to leave early. He is back, a huge part of this Indigenous squad, a leader of the team. Has it now, tried a one-timer that was fanned on. Chipped by Hovsepian, trying to get back after it. Couldn't sweep it out in front. Kruger. Gulped down by David Sikowitz. Armenia regrouping. Fired back around by Dedeyan. Now Matson. Trying to move it up, was behind Idland. Hovsepian recovers for Armenia. Hovsepian gets in. Takes the shot off a stick and up out of play. Early shots favoring Armenia, 3-1. They had the only goal on the strength of a tally from Artashis Aratunyan, who plays ACHA Division II hockey at the University of Southern California. Had 7 points in last year's Dream Nations. This is his first goal of this season's tournament. Zakarian from the outside, stopped by Mount. And it flies into the protective netting, up out of play. Another offensive zone faceoff coming here for Team Armenia. Off the draw, Zakarian will try an in-tight chance. Ends up popping up high in the air thanks to defensive Kruger. Fuller looks to bounce it out. Now Shemenian on his backhand, couldn't get that one to go. Shemenian couldn't find Fung in the slot. Reichel Davis trying to skate into it. Now it's Zakarian. Centering B, comes all the way through. Manukyan looking for Shemenian. That was off his stick. Indigenous flying up. It's Cook trying to rip it around. Didn't get it deep. Cook has to touch back up on the delayed offsides. Tipped around by Galuzian. Trying to get through Ryan Davis. He's able to regain control of the puck. Davis with his head up. Backhand feed given away. Hovsepian gloved and held by Mount. A tough turnover there from Ryan Davis, and Tommy Mount bails him out. Face-off will once again be deep in the Indigenous end. Sayin, quick shot kicked out. Inland. Able to chop it out of the zone. McFontaine looking to speed back in. He was stymied at the line, but now enters the offensive zone. Pass off a skate. Grabbed by Cam Toussaint. Gave it back behind the cage. Toussaint gets it right back. He whips it across. Andrew Spina on the right wing side. And offside are the Indigenous at the line. And a short bench for the Indigenous. Just 6 skaters on the bench. Go along with 5 on the ice. See how that affects this game as Hovsepian makes a nice move in, and he hit the post. Ganazov steps back up, and the shot is blocked. Hobbling around after blocking that shot was Spina. There's a chance in, they score! And it's Fontaine who finds the back of the net. Armenia with a quick 2-0 lead. Team Armenia trying to avenge their second place finish last season. Off to a good start here in the semifinals. And if Indigenous loses, then we'll get a rematch of last year's bronze medal game between Indigenous and Egypt. There's a nice move. Kalechian gave it off. The backhander by Ukrainian ended up in the wrong net. That's the protective netting over top of the glass, though it's out of play. Armenia all over Indigenous early. Off the face-off to Ukrainian, trying to sweep it across. Dedayan has to dump it back around. Kalechian on goal, missed wide. Dedayan grabs it on the other side. Aratunyan down low. Kalechian steps up top. Try to pass across, knocked down by Reichel Davis. Try to feed a pass to the outside. Couldn't find his intended target. Now spinning back in is Testa. Dropped it off. Matson shot stop. Rebound batted around, and they score. Daniel Testa able to put it home. Team Indigenous has one back. Matson got the first shot off. Haratunyan made the save, but he left the rebound right next to the side of the net. So it's a 2-1 game now, still early on. Goals coming in bunches, just over 5 minutes played as Reichel Davis retreats back into his own end. Off to Ryan Davis, leaves it for Cook, quickly up to Reichel Davis. Moved into the offensive zone by Team Indigenous. Sayin tied up by Fuller. Reichel Davis digging away along with a couple of Armenians. Sayin pulls it out, around to the far side. Cook able to work down the boards. Fuller behind the net, put it out in front. Karams to an Armenian stick, and now a 2-on-1. Pass over to Dayan, scores! Armenia gets it back just that quick, and a 2-goal advantage is restored. Goals coming fast and furious early on in this one. 3-1 for Team Armenia. This one sent in deep. Aganazov hustling after it. Popped up in the air, Fuller. Now Cook bounces it up to the point. Ryan Davis let it go, didn't get through, and the shot stopped and held on to by Haratunyan. Dayan took exception to Fuller trying to whack away at a potential rebound. I'll move the pace off to Haratunyan's right. Michael Davis will take it against Sheminian. Sheminian won it back. Galuzian up the boards, glove down by Ryan Davis. They dig away in his skates. Fung and Sheminian trying to pull it free. Comes out of the zone, Sheminian. Trying to work his way in. Sheminian on the right wing side, pass across, they score! Eric Manokian on the receiving end of that feed, taps it in on the backside. Armenia with a 4-1 lead. Team Armenia out of the gates hot, 4 goals on 10 shots, and they're looking for more. Fung sent it towards the net, cleared away. Sikowitz couldn't move ahead with it. Galuzian is off the near side. Played off sides against Team Indigenous. Galuzian passed it off. Picked up by Manokian. Turned back the other way by Toussaint. Battled for. Sent down deep. Aganazov, pardon me. All the way up, 2-line pass. Zakarian has Aloyan with him. Zakarian to the net. Couldn't wrap it home. And now Zakarian is down on the ice in some distress in the slot. Back in Indigenous' territory. And Zakarian will get the whistle and a chance to get up. Zakarian with his helmet off, heading back to the Armenian bench. Face-off will be up by the Armenia blue line, as that's where the puck was when the whistle was blown. 4-1 Armenia early, trying to get back to the title game for the 2nd straight year and trying to avenge their loss last year. And won't get to face Team Algeria, who beat them. They will get another chance at gold, as that shot sent wide by Sikowitz. Again, they'll get another chance at gold if they're able to hang on to this lead. Still lots of game time left to go. Cut to the middle, Hovsepian. Let it go, he scores! I don't think Mount ever saw that shot. Hovsepian stays red hot. 5-1 for Armenia. Team leader in goals, assists, and points. 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points for Hovsepian. Coming into this game, he now has a goal and an assist. Armenia still working, trying to build on this lead. Sent across the one-timer, kicked out by Mount as Aloyan let it go. Michael Davis trying to skate up with it. Has Fuller with him. Davis moves to the outside. His shot just whistles wide. Cook down low to Fuller. Trying to spin off. Hovsepian takes control. And Hovsepian, long lead pass. Floated back across. One-timer hit the post. That was Fontaine who got the saucer pass. And he just ripped it off the iron. Hovsepian steps off the wall, but he was tied up by Reichel Davis. Cross-ice speed. Cook for Davis. Had to drop it back off for Cook. A nice defensive play there by Ukrainian. Aloyan passed it off. 1-on-3 comes Kalechian. Got to sweep it back in front. Aloyan thought about the Michigan. Tried to lift it up on a stick. Couldn't do it. And Ukrainian pushed it just wide. Kalechian. Round to Ukrainian. Tied up by Cook. And Reichel Davis takes control. And if you're wondering what the Michigan is that I just referenced, that is when you pick up the puck on your stick blade and you wrap it into the top corner from behind the net. As Reichel Davis fires one wide. It was made famous by a player at the University of Michigan in the late 90s, early 2000s, and that is why it is nicknamed the Michigan. If you look up the Michigan hockey on Google, you'll be able to find some successful attempts. It's been done at all kinds of levels, even in the NHL. Ganazov able to bounce it ahead. About 4.5 left to go here in period one as that shot stopped by Mount. And he's able to cover up for a whistle and a face-off. Four and a half left to go in period one. We get set for a face-off deep in Indigenous territory as Hovsepian will draw against Reichel Davis. Armenia wins it back. Aganazov moved it down the wall. Hovsepian cuts the net. He's stopped by Mount. Makarian all the way around the net. Bounced up high. Galuzian let it fly. Save Mount. Rebound still available. And now pulled out by Spina. Makarian up the left wing side. Makarian back on it. Tries an inside out move. Got to the net. And Mount able to poke it away with the goal stick. Stuck up on the back of the cage and I'll get a whistle. 3:45 left to go in the opening period. It's been all Armenia in this opening frame. We continue. 4-goal advantage early on. It's walked up top. Hovsepian down low. Unable to get a good shot away. There was Badalian, and then he's finally able to put it home. Six in this first period for Team Armenia against the shorthanded Indigenous squad. They continue to try and get their revenge after what was a heck of a game last night. Ended in a tie, but Team Indigenous felt like a very good tie as they were able to hold off a relentless attack throughout the game. Reichel Davis able to push this one ahead. Sheminian had it taken away by Toussaint. Now Reichel Davis trying to get up to it. Fung blew a tire. Toussaint back after it, along with Sheminian. Toussaint gave it away. Zakarian around the net, centering feed. Reichel Davis tripped up. Fuller takes it. Zakarian had his stick knocked out of his hands. A penalty is coming up against Team Armenia. There's Reichel Davis on his backhand. He lifted it over top of the cage. Testa Try to move it back down low, and now we'll get the call. Team Indigenous will go to the power play, just trying to get something going. As Zakarian, the one headed to the box. Tripping the signal. Shot 17-7 Armenia. They've gotten 6 to find the back of the net. Aratunyan having a little trouble with his mask. That's the reason for the delay. Now we're all set to go. First Indigenous power play of the game. Michael Davis able to win it back. Sent towards the net, deflected off a couple of sticks and legs and wide, and it's cleared up over the glass out of play by Galuzian. Davis set the draw against Markarian. Galuzian off the boards, kept alive. Matson got it down low. Matson kept it in again. Markarian able to poke it out. Here's Shaminian working on Testa. He was able to knock it off his stick. Shaminian still working short-handed. Got it up high. Markarian shot off the glove of Mount. Fuller up the near side. Michael Davis looking towards Cook. Galuzian able to chop it away and into the Armenian bench. Minute 17 left on the power play for Team Indigenous. Fong able to win this face-off back. The PK continues for Armenia. Unable to move ahead there was Testa. It's dumped right back down. 56 seconds left on this Indigenous power play. Michael Davis working up slowly. Off to his right, and play offside at the Armenia line. Team Armenia with the gold medal game in their sights after a huge start to this one. 6-1 they lead, still not out of the first period. Matson tried to move it along, but Ukrainian stole it. Working on Ryan Davis. Ukrainian couldn't make his inside-out move. Side up, Ukrainian. So got a shot away. Mount had to stop. Michael Davis now with his head up. Off to the right wing side. Cook dangles in. Cook on his backhand forehand, and it was stopped by Haratunyan. Rebound was swept away from the blue paint. Michael Davis now resting it down low towards Fuller. Bounced it up high. And now Michael Davis again. Sent it through, deflected, and just missed the net. Penalty is over for Team Armenia. Back to 5-on-5. Cook and Sayin come together. Ovsepian works his way up the left wing side into the offensive zone. Ovsepian settles it down, pass across. Aloyan didn't get much on it, came right through the blue paint, and now the lead passes for Cook behind everybody. He scores! Colton Cook with a breakaway goal has gotten another one back for Team Indigenous. Dumped in, Haratunyan clamps the glove on top. 6.3 seconds left. Tommy Mount picks up an assist on that goal, as does Reichel Davis. Davis' second helper of this first period. Sent all the way back down, and that will do it for period number 1. Armenia dominant, a 6-2 lead. We'll be right back with period number 2 from the Dream Nations. Back here for this semifinal between Team Indigenous and Team Armenia. The Armenians a 6-2 lead. I want to welcome a couple members of the Egyptian men's team on to do a little French for us. You guys like to introduce yourselves?
Oui, alors Mathieu Courchain-Nichac ici avec Alexis Ménès. On va faire un peu de description pour la partie.
Salut tout le monde. Bon.
We've had Portuguese, we've had Arabic on the broadcast, and now we're adding some French as Armenia looks for a chance. Save made by Mount, and he will cover up for a whistle and a face-off. First chance for Armenia, 20 seconds into the second period.
Un beau tir du numéro 89.
Face-off won back by Hovsepian. Aloyan trying to get back to it. Now it's Fontaine looking to push it across. Aloyan in, tight kick save by Mount. Now it's Fontaine again, backpedaling. Down low towards Aloyan. Up to Fontaine, and shot rising over top of the net and off the back glass. Sent down low, Aloyan out to Hovsepian. Attacked there by Sikowitz. Hovsepian turns and fires, that one knocked down. Indigenous looking to clear the zone. Left wing side, it's Idlin. He couldn't chip it out. Aloyan right down the slot. Tried to make a pass down deep. Fontaine was right next to the blue paint. He couldn't get it through. Ryan Davis gets to the red line. Davis weaving his way in. Gets back to it on the outside, but his centering feed didn't have a teammate. So it's poked out of the zone, and back come the Indigenous to regroup. Ryan Davis back at center. Tried to flip it across, picked off. Here comes Kalechian on a breakaway, and he scores!
Pas la meilleure journée pour le gardien des Indigènes aujourd'hui, hein, Matt?
Ouais, il s'est fait quand même tirer beaucoup dessus aujourd'hui. L'équipe d'Arménie qui a beaucoup d'énergie, qui saute sur la rondelle, sont opportunistes sur les revirements, puis effectivement, un très beau but.
Il y en a beaucoup de revirements aujourd'hui.
Ouais, je pense que c'est une journée difficile là, pour l'équipe des Indigènes. C'est peut-être le fait qu'ils ont un effectif réduit, là, donc ils deviennent fatigués là, au cours du tournoi.
C'est ça.
And basically what they said, was that there was a turnover in the neutral zone and Kalechian came down on a breakaway. I don't know much French, but I think it was something to that effect.
Yes.
Kept in, Kalechian had to make a pass down low. Armenia slips that one through.
Alors un autre jeu difficile là, pour l'équipe des Indigènes.
La fatigue commence à prendre effet.
Effectivement. Avec la glace aussi qui commence à être molle avec le soleil qui s'est levé, donc
Absolument.
ça va être important de jouer de façon intelligente ici.
Armenia continuing to pile it on. They're up to 8 goals so far in this game.
25 tirs en 17 minutes de jeu. Il laisse passer beaucoup la défense.
Armenia works back in. Kalechian on his backhand save, Mount. Kalechian up to the point. Gets it back. Kalechian looking towards the net. Backhander from the slot, stopped. And Armenia trying to win that battle. Poked around by Toussaint. Reichel Davis. Trying to send it ahead. Davis skates back into it on the left wing side. Davis spins back. Tried to find Fuller, that didn't work. Kept alive for a moment, and now all kinds of Armenians heading the other way. Ukrainian scores! Looked like
Tu penses que ça a rentré, Matt?
Ouais, alors c'est un peu une dégringolade là, du côté de l'équipe d'Indigènes. Un beau tir là, qui, comme on dit en anglais, bar down.
Les grands-mamans cachent les biscuits.
Là où maman cache les biscuits, effectivement. Donc ouais, on voit de plus en plus de revirements. Là, c'est vraiment, je pense, la fatigue du côté des Indigènes.
Oui, absolument.
Team Armenia continues pile on the goals here. It's 9-2 as we continue play still early on in this second period. Belusian puts it right in off the back glass of Sepian, trying to pull it off the wall. Up to the point. D-to-D pass, Galusian lets it go. Blocker save, Mount. Makarian behind the net. Headed out in front, comes all the way to the line. Galusian sent it through, that's blocked. Spina got in the way, sent it all the way down. Matson negates the icing. Spina trying to push it back deep. Couple players digging away for either side. But Dalian couldn't move up with it. Here's Ryan Davis the other direction. Turns the corner, gets to the net, and shot up high on Haratunyan off the mask. Bumped out by Armenia. But Dalian swept it all the way across. Hovsepian trying to work out in front. Takes a look, finds Makarian, and the shot stopped and held on to by Mount.
Un bel arrêt du gardien ici. Les Arméniens sont vraiment partout, très rapides en échec avant.
C'est pas la même équipe qu'on a vue hier.
Non, effectivement, ils ont rebondi de brillante façon.
10:42 still left to go in the second period. Completely Armenian game at this point. This one cleared out in the direction of Reichel Davis, goes off his stick. Manukian came back to make the defensive plays. That one pops up, believe, into the protective netting and up out of play.
Alors, il serait intéressant de voir comment l'Arménie vont gérer leur effectif, là, sachant que qu'il y a peut-être une deuxième game là, demain à jouer, donc ils vont reposer les jambes.
Il faut être frais demain. Ça va être dur contre Central America.
Tapped along, Shiminian. Trying to find Fung, that eluded him, but he'll win the race to negate the icing. Sent it all the way through. Now Armenia sets back up in the offensive zone. Fung couldn't get that one on net. Sayin down low. Shaminian trying to force his way by Toussaint. Up the left wing side. Fuller overskated it. Armenia cross-ice pass on the stick of Zakarian. Now Davis able to work out. Fuller trying to catch up to this loose puck. Fuller just backhanded it across. Cook had it go off of him as Dedeyan went to clear. Reichel Davis right at the point. Couldn't send it back down deep. Kicked in. Fontaine looking back door, and he couldn't connect with Shaminian. Now Reichel Davis drops it off. Cook overskated the puck. A 3-on-1 for Armenia. Right wing side, Fontaine. Aloyan, one more, and it's off the side of the net from Hovsepian, who tries the center. Couldn't do it. Out comes Testa. Long range try, punched out. Idland back on goal behind the net. Raganazov. Hovsepian couldn't get out of the zone. Swept over to the near side. Idland on net, kicked out. Aratunyan with another save. And it's Hovsepian the other way. Cuts to the middle. His shot swallowed up by Mount. He will hang on for a whistle and a face-off.
Beaucoup de 3 contre 2, beaucoup de 2 contre 1. L'Arménie n'arrête pas.
Non, ils sont venus pour jouer, puis je pense que le gardien là, va se fatiguer assez rapidement. Là. La moitié de la game de jouer, même pas, et puis déjà 28 tirs. Donc, il va rester bien hydraté.
Absolument. Je pense qu'il en a plus que 28, mais...
Reichel Davis handed off for Matson. That one up off a couple of Armenian sticks and out of play. And Reichel Davis showing a little bit of frustration. He hasn't really been able to get going in this game. Does have a couple of assists. But for the most part, Team Armenia has been able to shut him and the rest of the Indigenous offense down.
Numéro 17, un choix de 6e ronde des Sénateurs d'Ottawa.
Matson towards the net from the half wall. Armenia able to skate out. Kalechian off to Dekranian. Takes a look towards the net. That was blocked by Kruger on the knee. Matson trying to turn the corner. Matson all the way around. Gave it up. Kruger a shot. Aratunyan comes up with the save. And now Matson lying face down on the ice.
Ouais, les Indigènes qui n'abandonnent pas, malgré les attaques constantes de l'Arménie. Et puis là, je pense qu'il y a un joueur blessé sur la patinoire.
Ça leur ferait mal déjà avec seulement 11 patineurs.
I think he ran into Kalechian, looking back at it on our live stream here. He ran into Kalechian as he went around the net and kind of hit each other's ankles. And Matson slow to his skates, getting some help.
Un contact pied à pied avec Kalechian.
Oh, ça semble mal. Douloureux, hein?
Oh oui.
Il va falloir, je pense, mettre un peu de Voltaren là-dessus.
So Matson will be helped off the ice here by a couple of his teammates, and an already short bench for Team Indigenous may have just gotten a little bit shorter. See if he's able to shake it off and get another shift a little bit later. Aratunyan will pop it out for Kalechian. He works in, drops it off. That shot off a stick and off the back glass. Pass to the middle. Kalechian let it go. It's blocked by Kruger. Aratunyan able to spin back. Got it to the point. Got it back. Aratunyan shot. Swallowed up. No rebound from Mount.
Aratunyan, 2-3 ans maintenant que moi et Mathieu jouent contre lui. Un joueur très dangereux, très habile. Un bon tir aussi.
L'Arménie qui circule bien la rondelle, un bel arrêt ici du gardien de l'Indien.
Armenia right back to work in the offensive zone. They'll try and put it ahead. But now it's Reichel Davis. Can't get through Aganazov. He's backed up. Cook keeps it in at the line. Down and around behind the cage to Davis. Seppian steps in on the right wing side of Seppian. All the way around in front, they score again. And it's Bedalian with his second.
Super beau jeu ici de l'Arménie avec un beau mouvement de rondelle derrière le filet. Puis qui a pu repérer là, son coéquipier devant le filet, dans la zone payante.
Oui.
Armenian crowd enjoying this game so far. Some of the mall goers here at the American Dream have stopped to watch, and they're seeing Team Armenia put on a clinic in this semifinal game. Seppian works his way in, and Mount with a good glove save.
Belle attitude du gardien là, qui semble ne pas vouloir abandonner là, malgré les multiples occasions. Là. Donc, ouais, c'est intéressant de voir comment il va réagir jusqu'à la fin de la partie.
Absolument.
Turn towards the net. Luzian up to the point. Dedayan has to float it down low. Seppian chased up high. Dedayan with his shot stopped, and it's gloved and held by Mount. I know you guys are here to do French, but I've noticed that for your games, you guys have had big cheering sections up behind your net. What's it been like for you guys? You can answer this in English. What's it been like for you guys to play in front of such great crowds throughout this tournament?
It's been amazing. It's always nice to have the noise going, winning, losing, and they just get bigger and bigger every year. Feels just like we're a big family. We come and support the women's games. They come and support us. So it's great. Have everybody out here every year. There's nothing else to say.
You guys looking for revenge later on today. You'll be in the bronze medal game, and more than likely against this Indigenous team that beat you last year. So what's the motivation like for you going into that one?
Well, yeah, it's our second game against them, basically. So we'll try to beat them. Last year was a tough game. They played hard until the end, despite their lineup. They're running only two lines. So tonight we'll have to be disciplined, play hard, and keep them tired.
Fans will be able to tune into that one at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, local time here at the mall. Matson trying to work in. Couldn't put it out in front. Zakarian up the wall towards Sheminian. Ryan Davis on towards the net. One moved up back by Armenia. Fung takes a look ahead. Zakarian hands it off for Manukian. Chased by Davis. Manukian looked to pop it out of the corner. Bounced around. And Team Indigenous able to work up with it. Reichel Davis. Lost the handle. Pops up in the air. Sheminian able to chip it by. Armenia with numbers. Sheminian. Sayin. He lost the handle. Under 4.5 to go here in period 2. Armenia leading by a lot. Sayin centered it out in front. Back comes Team Indigenous. Idlin steps over the line, lets a shot go. That's sticked out of play by Haratunyan.
Gardien de l'Arménie aujourd'hui, une journée pas mal facile au moment. Pas grand chose à faire dans ce filet-là.
Ouais, il n'a pas reçu beaucoup de lancers, mais ça doit être un défi quand même de rester concentré. Là.
Absolument.
Sent to the line. Kruger, D-to-D pass. Reichel Davis back across looking for Kruger. Moved over to this side. Davis trying to move it up top. That was cut off. That comes Armenia. Hovsepian steps to the middle on his backhand. Trying to move it over for Aloyan. That didn't work. Cook steps over the line. That is shot partially blocked by the stick of Aganazov. Reichel Davis after in the corner along with Sayin. Sikowitz in there as well. 3 Armenians, 2 Indigenous players taking away. Aloyan on the left wing side. Tried to drop it off for Fontaine. Sikowitz came back to break that up. Up comes Reichel Davis. Davis cuts in, trying to shake loose, and his back pass escaped Sikowitz. Here comes Hovsepian on the left wing side. Aloyan in the slot had his shot partially blocked. Floated across to Dayan, fanned. Davis couldn't work out. Hovsepian down to Aloyan. Trying to return feed. Hovsepian holds. Couldn't get to go. Aloyan does.
Aïe, aïe, aïe.
Voilà, donc l'Arménie qui n'arrête pas la pédale à fond.
What's the score?
I think that's 11.
11-2. 11-2 pour l'Arménie.
Donc je pense qu'ils veulent laisser leur marque ici puis ne pas prendre de mauvaises habitudes pour la finale demain. Là. Donc ils continuent à pratiquer leur jeu de la meilleure façon possible.
Unofficially, the score is a lot to a little. This Team Armenia is looking to cruise to the gold medal game.
Comme on dit en français, une rince.
Aratunyan with a shot that Mount is able to catch in his blocker and get the whistle. We have the ref cam out there for our referee dropping the puck right now. Ref cam, the zip line cam has been going all week long. You can find that content on Dream Nations Cup social media channels, Instagram and Facebook. Also keep it locked in here on our YouTube channel, dreamnationscup.com/live for all the great content for the rest of this tournament. Kruger up the glass. Didn't get out of the zone.
La difficulté à sortir de la zone de l'Arménie, hein?
Ouais.
Kolechian first on it. Throws on the brakes. Sent it down low. Ukrainian tried to go back for Kolechian. Now up the near side boards. Poked along, Ukrainian. And now Fuller takes over for Team Indigenous. And he's able to dump it in. Matson let it go through. Testa couldn't get it back deep. Another 2-on-0 break for Armenia. Aratunyan hit the side of the net. Kolechian tries to stuff it. Now it's rimmed around this way towards Reichel Davis. Under a minute to go in period 2. Still 15 more minutes left in this game after that. Will be a running clock as Hovsepian shoots it wide. Badalian skates in, cuts right down the slot. Hovsepian on the rebound. And a great save by Mount, getting the glove out.
Très bel arrêt du gardien des Indigènes.
Ouais, un arrêt d'une façon un peu à la Dominic Hasek. Donc on voit qu'il n'abandonne pas malgré la difficulté là, avec le score. Et c'est quand même intéressant comment l'équipe d'Arménie a rebondi là, alors qu'ils avaient joué contre cette équipe il y a déjà quelques jours. Puis ils avaient fait une égalité. Donc une belle façon de rebondir.
Absolument. Un match complètement différent.
Dominic Hasek-esque indeed, as Armenia continues to work in the offensive end. Manoukian passed it off, Sayin fanned, and then Hovsepian pushed it wide. Michael Davis took a look at the clock as he brought in that puck. Over to Ryan Davis. 10 seconds left to go in the period. Indigenous looks like they are satisfied to take it to the horn, but Armenia took it over, and Manoukian got a shot away, and that will do it for the second period. Armenia leading by a lot as we get set for the third. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you, merci.
Absolutely, thanks for having us.
We will see you for the bronze medal game coming
sir.
up later tonight, and we'll be right back here on Dream Nations Cup YouTube channel. $15 more minutes left to go in this one. A running clock time as Team Armenia will be heading on to the gold medal game just as soon as this is over. Thank again Matthew Ishak and Alexei Menes for joining me and providing some French during that second period. And you'll be able to watch them against Team Indigenous coming up at 8 p.m. the final game on this bronze medal and semifinal Saturday. Manoukian let it go. Kick save by Mount. Swept around. Now Sayin trying to spin away from pressure. Out behind the net to Sheminian. Cleared off the glass out of the zone. Now here's a break for Team Indigenous, but Idlin couldn't get it up to Cook. That comes Armenia. Michael Davis able to grab it. He's locked up with Sagan. Michael Davis sent it across to Idlin, turns and fires, and Haratunyan able to make the save and hang on. And you know what, in a game like this, we have an opportunity to try things. I'm going to try something here on the broadcast that we haven't done yet, but is done sometimes on higher level broadcasts. I'm going to step back, and I'm going to let you, the fans at home, listen to the sounds of hockey, at least just for the next few minutes. So enjoy a broadcasterless broadcast for the next little while. Again, take in the great sounds of the game of hockey. hope you enjoyed that natural sound. That's exactly what it sounds like here at the American Dream Mall for all the fans in attendance. Some of the great sounds of the game of hockey. It's such a fun game to watch and listen to, and I hope that this tournament has done its job for the people at home, trying to grow the game in countries like Armenia. All right, they're not necessarily known for hockey. There's Sheminian working up. We did see a couple of goals from Team Armenia during our little natural sound break. Continue to increase that lead. To be honest, I've lost count of how many goals they have, but it is a lot. It is double digits, and it's just a dominating performance from Team Armenia on their way to the gold medal game, which will be tomorrow night. The final game of the 2025 Dream Nations will be Team Armenia against Team Central America as a 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time puck drop. So not tomorrow night, tomorrow afternoon, I should say, as Fuller, able to get back to it, sent it wide. Once again, Team Indigenous will be back in action today. The nightcap of today's events. A men's Division I bronze medal game, Team Indigenous against Team Egypt. Had a couple of representatives from Team Egypt showing off their French earlier on in the second period. In case you missed that, feel free to jump back on our stream, or you'll be able to find it anytime. Dream Nations Cup YouTube channel. Of course, want to give a big thank you to Harney & Sons Fine Teas, as they're the reason that we are able to do this. They've been sponsoring the broadcast all week long. And I talked about it with Ardo Cal yesterday, as he joined the broadcast during the Pakistan-Caribbean game, about how great this tournament is and these lifelong memories for people who get to represent their heritage. And thank you again to Harney & Sons Fine Teas. And because of them, these moments have been captured and will be available for a lifetime for all of these players. Aloyan couldn't center it out in front. Aloyan back on it in the corner. Try to pick it up on his stick blade. It's clapped out all the way down. Icing waved off as Rotunyan played it. Fontaine streaking up. Let it off. Sayan. Manukian towards the cage. That didn't work. Makarian. That's through. Save Mount. And here comes Cook. Breakcold Davis. Trying to dance in. Most dynamic player for this Indigenous squad, again, has been largely held silent by this Armenian defense. He had 4 points yesterday in the 6-6 tie between these teams, as Armenia trying for some tic-tac-toe passing. Fanning on the shot was Markarian. Fontaine swinging around the net. Fontaine able to cross. A delayed penalty is coming up against Team Indigenous. Armenia continues to play with it in the Indigenous end, as our Rotunyan pressure off the bench. Kalechian, one-timer. Kalechian back on it. Gonazov towards the net, backdoor play, and Sayan just tipped it wide. Sayan cycled down deep, and Cook touches it to draw the penalty call. Stepping into the box, Cam Toussaint. Armenia will get the man advantage going. Chance to work on it ahead of the gold medal game tomorrow. Our next game is for a medal. It is coming up at 4:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just about 30 minutes from now. It will be between Team Pakistan and Team Mexico for the men's Division II bronze medal. After that will be the women's bronze game and then the men's Division I bronze game. As Fung stick handled his way to the slot, couldn't get it to go. Came right back through the blue paint. Pass out in front. And Markarian couldn't get it to go. Markarian turning the corner to the slot, and he scores. Another one for the Armenians there. And it's Markarian. .40 seconds left in this one. Looks like that will be the end of the hockey. Armenia to the final. They will play tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, against Central America for the gold medal. They're just going to let this one go final. Team Indigenous will be back later against Team Egypt in the bronze medal game, but Armenia dominates, and dominates some more to move on, crushing a short-handed Indigenous squad. But we start playing for medals next. About a half hour from now, the men's Division II bronze medal game between Pakistan and Mexico. It's right here on the Dream Nations Cup YouTube channel. You're going to want to tune in for that one. So make sure you come back at 4:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you then.